Star Citizen is an incredible, huge, open, massive online multiplayer universe set in a futuristic setting where man has learned to traverse space and conquer galaxies. It's still very much a work in progress, but it aims to simulate everything about life in space, and there's already so much you can do. You can buy and fly ships ranging from small single-seater starfighters all the way up to giant capital ships that would require an org or a big group of friends to run efficiently. You can explore planets, moons, and space stations, or you can take on a career like cargo hauling, bounty hunting, mining, trading, or even piracy if you're feeling a little bit spicy. It has super detailed combat, cool mining and salvage physics and mechanics, and it's relatively realistic economy. It's a wonderfully ambitious game with the aim of creating a living, breathing universe where players can do whatever they can think about in a space setting, and you can go from eating a burrito and having a beer to all the way out to battling radioactive giant worms on a stormy planet millions of kilometers away without a single loading screen. And if that sounds too good to be true, it kind of is to a certain extent. It's still very much a work in progress, and sometimes an update will come out which will make the game a little bit rough to play. But it really isn't as bad as it may seem if you're just reading your average Twitch streamer's Twitter threads. It's a fun game with a lot to do. I definitely agree there are some questionable fundraising practices, and I don't really understand how a digital product can go out of stock, for example, but that's not what I'm here to do today. The aim of this video is to provide prospective new players with the knowledge that you need to get started in the verse. This won't be very high level or complex. I myself am still a little bit of a noob, despite having the game for a few years now. I will teach you how to quite easily make enough money to be able to fund whatever playstyle you'd like to, and to be able to try everything that you want to try in the game. You can use this video to teach you the very basic building blocks as a foundation for your new space game addiction. Like with most games like this, you start with a character creation, and you can choose a male or a female, and they have these little spots all over the head where you can drag them around, completely change the features, and you can make yourself look a little bit goofy if you want to. You also have the ability to change all your skin tone and your hair color and eye color and hairstyles, but I'll load my saved character for now, and you can see just how random they get to look. And once you've made your character, the next thing to do is to pick your home system, and this is where you'll respawn if you die, and I definitely recommend sticking to the Santum system at first. Pyro can be a bit rough for new beginners, and Area 18 is definitely the most beginner friendly, just with a nice range of guns and ships available and very easy to navigate. And then you spawn in. Currently the servers have about 600 players per server, so it can be a little bit janky when you first load in, and occasionally you see random cock as the first message, but I definitely recommend starting with the tutorial if you've never played. It just teaches you the very basics of how to interact with the world, how to eat, how to drink, how to navigate around, and I'll show you what it does as it takes you through and teaches you how to fly and take off from the planet. You'll see you've got a mini map up in the top left, which is a new luxury. We never used to have that. We used to have to navigate via the signs, and you'll see they've got pretty decent public transport around most of the cities, and just like real life, you have to wait for them a little bit, just with this being a living universe where many other players are getting off and on of these, and yeah, it gives you a little timer letting you know how long it'll take. And your game probably will be running a little bit better than this, just my computer is not good enough to run Star Citizen and record, so I've had to drop the settings a little bit, and you'll see my frames aren't exactly perfect. Oh, see, this is another player. Both of these are players. You can probably tell they got some pretty cool gear. Hey, let me look at your stuff. There is an in-game voice chat, however, for reasons that you can probably guess, I have it turned off for the videos, just in case. It's usually pretty sound though, most people are really friendly. Let me in the thing. The tutorial will get you onto one of these little shuttles and take you to the spaceport, where it'll tell you to go down, it'll teach you how to claim your ship and how to get it sent to your hangar, and it'll teach you how to take off and get into space. Usually you can get out your hangar pretty quickly. Occasionally there's a bit of a queue just because it tries to stagger people exiting, so there's not too many crashes like there used to be in the old days, but it's pretty easy to get off planet and away you go. And once you're done with the tutorial, starting out, all you'll have is your starter ship. This is the ship that came with the game package that you purchased, and I don't really recommend buying anything more than just one of the cheaper packages to start with. All of these starships are fully capable of doing the first tier of all of the mission types. If you do purchase an expensive higher tier ship, you also miss out on the satisfaction of earning and buying one in-game. Star Citizen is literally a game of essentially earning enough money to upgrade your ship to be able to do the next tier of whatever career type you've picked, and then earn enough money to upgrade your ship again and rinse and repeat. If you're just buying the higher tier ship, you're kind of just skipping out on most of the gameplay, and it's a bit silly to me. But if you are going to go for something a little bit fancier, I definitely recommend the Avenger Titan starter pack. This is the one I picked, and it's just got quite a lot of quality of life changes. It looks cool, and it's diverse enough to be able to do whatever you like, other than mining or salvage, but you can use hand tools and even make that work. The first thing I do in Star Citizen is to take your starship and try and earn a bit of a better daily driver. A daily driver is just a ship that you can use every day to do anything you want, really. It's not really the best at anything, but it is good at everything. I've made a video on the daily drivers that I think are the best, which I'll link below, but I like the C1. It's actually my favourite ship in the game. My favourite career path is cargo hauling. I find it super relaxing and honestly almost therapeutic after a hard day at work. And the C1 is great for this, especially at the beginning. I recommend your first mission being a cargo mission too. It requires very little investment, makes a lot of money, and is relatively safe. You can also do these in most of the starter ships. I'll show you how easy they are to do, but I'll be using my C1. You can do this in the Avenger Titan too, and most of the other starters. Here it is, my favourite ship. It's sluggish and slow and kind of shit, but it's good. I've already accepted a cargo hauling mission. You'll see in the top right, I've got to go and collect something from Riker Memorial Spaceport and bring it back here. Fairly easy to do. Just got to hop on my ship and fly on over there. I got a nice little red light so I don't get my little toesies hurt. Look, you got a huge cargo bay. I say huge. There's actually huge ones, but this is nice for what it is. Got a bed. Got another bed. I think you even got... Where's my bathroom? I don't remember where my bathroom is. Is it this one? Yes. Got a little pooper. It's just a good all-round ship. You can do everything in it and make enough money to get everything else. And what we'll do is we'll use it to do one of my favorite types of missions. Then the first thing, obviously with the cargo missions, is going to pick up the cargo, which involves flying out to a little checkpointed location. This one happens to be pretty close because it's a very low-level cargo mission, which your starting ones will be, but they are sometimes quite far away. Once you arrive, you pull into the hangar and go and collect the cargo. Come into your hangar, got my ship here, go to your freight manager. And you grab the correct amount, move it to elevator, and raise your elevator. Should be all of our cargo coming up here. There's only a little amount for a big ship. So you can do these missions on your small ships, like your small starter ship. Or you can actually just do a bunch of those missions all at the same time. But what I'm going to do is come over to my storage access. And I'm going to equip these. Gun. I need to put the tractor beam in the gun. And then let's put this on my back. Okay, so you got your first little tiny tractor ship. I'm going to open my ship up. Right, it's all open. Then you can just yoink it. Then we come on in. Snap it into place. And if it's, you don't need it for these boxes, but for bigger boxes, you've got this gun. And then for even bigger boxes, you've got a mech that can lift things up. Let me just pick this up. Come over here. Even smaller boxes you can actually just pick up with your hand as well. But we're going to pop this on the floor so I can show you my secret weapon for even bigger boxes than what the mech can even carry. Okay, so the secret weapon for this ship, which makes it so great for cargo and as a result, really great for making money. Even if cargo is not as great as it is, but as great as it used to be. You get in the seat, in middle power, turn power on. Come over here and you enter remote turret. Look what we've got. Our own little tractor beam. Take it, you spin it around. Whoa. There you go. Easy as that. Once you've got your cargo all loaded up, you fly to the delivery destination and unload it for you to sell it. Nice and easy. Now, my favorite way to unload cargo is to back right up to it and then hop out of the pilot seat. And if you back all the way up to the cargo hangar, you can pretty much just chuck it out the back and away you go. And once you've got it all unloaded, you just head over to your little freight manager and confirm the job complete. And there we go. We just made 50 grand. There we go. That's delivered. That's the mission done. You get your payment. Nice and easy. Now, we only made 50k from that mission, which doesn't sound like a lot of money because you see the ships, they cost millions. But if you go to one of these traveler terminals, you see a little bit of a hack where you can rent things. So you could rent ships that cost a hell of a lot of money, like this. So this is the starter ship. The ship that I was just doing that in the. It does look a bit weird when you're selling things. I don't know why. It's like a load of the parts just aren't there. But you can rent this for 62,000. So you got your starting cash of like 20k, I think it is. Do one mission and you can rent this straight away just off of your starter ship. Happy days. You can go ahead then and do all the missions that I can do in this ship and earn yourself enough money to buy one. And if you keep going long enough, you can afford some pretty cool looking ships. Now, that's how the hauling missions work. There are also delivery missions, which are pretty similar, where you just have to go and grab something and deliver it somewhere else. It's usually something small you can carry in your hands. And there are collection missions, which are a little bit different. It involves you hunting some of the animals and taking some of their loot, or doing maybe mining some bit things and just collecting some sort of resource to bring back somewhere for them. I won't show you those two because they are pretty much the same as the hauling. So you're just flying somewhere, picking stuff up and moving it somewhere else. But we also have bounty hunting and mercenary. Now, mercenary often is killing AI and going out and clearing out a base or something like that. Whereas bounty hunter starts as hunting out AI, but eventually it upgrades to the point where you're hunting actual players. Now, what I'll do is I'll accept a mercenary mission and just run through it quickly, showing you what it's like. But what I always recommend doing is accepting the call to arms thing first of all. This essentially just gives you a nice little payment for each single guy that you kill. So as you see here, you get a reward of just 500 extra, which isn't much, but it does add up. Especially if you just leave that running whilst you're doing all these other mercenary missions. And the mercenary missions starting here, so mine are only entry level, so they're very low. But eventually you do get to the point where you're earning much more money and they're much more difficult. So I'll take that one. And then what we want to do is go and get ourselves a ship and fly on over there. And this is what happens when you're jumping a long distance, you go into quantum travel. It's super cool. Nice little view out the window. We've made it to a new planet. Now, as part of a mercenary mission, you'll be told to go to a location to perform a task, usually protecting someone or wiping out some sort of enemies. And on the way here, I saw quite a large group of enemies, which isn't normal for a mercenary mission. What the fuck is happening here? Why are there so many ships up there? I'm mostly just a space trucker and run cargo back and forth, so this is me very out of my element, having no idea what is going on, and being severely outgunned also. So all the vanguards, there's so many, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are AI ships, but I turned on the chat here to see if there was anyone talking in the chat. Maybe someone was doing like a higher level bounty mission or something, or some sort of target hunting mission around the area, and I was a bit confused. Hopefully I can just land down here and do my mission and be okay. Ouch. Am I protecting them from this? Okay, this is my first time ever actually fighting this ship. That beeping sound that you can hear, that is missile lock. There's a missile coming for me. You can see there's like a little counter above my crosshair just saying how close it is. And I'm just trying to do some sort of evasive flying here to make sure I don't get hit by it. Fucking missiles firing on me. I can't even fucking see where they all are. This was not what I expected. I expected to come in here and just shoot a few AI players. I'm terrible at dogfighting. Another thing to take in consideration is the G's effect on you, like as a player. So you see my screen went a little bit blurry there. That's because my G's got a bit too high, so I turned too harshly at high speed. There are drugs that counteract that, but I wasn't expecting to be doing any sort of U-bends, like slick maneuvers right now. Which I'm not doing anyway, let's be honest. I am not in the ship for this. So you see my screen going red, that's from the G's. You can take medicine, that kind of stops that, but I wasn't expecting this. I can get just down to the facility and then be fine. They've got turrets on the facility. Shoot them for me, turret. Shoot them. Jesus Christ.
Shield under attack.
God, there's bunch of people's ships. What is with all those things up there? Why are they so angry? Yeah, I'm protected by the turrets down here, so I can go and do the mercenary mission. Yeah, this is Star Citizen. Random shit happens. So green is the good guys. I think. The good guys, yes? Oh my god, what the fuck? Yeah, that ship just blew up. There's a bunch of dead guys here, so I guess this is potentially very glitched right now. I was running 60%. You're probably a good guy. Now, what I think had happened here is some players had come and done this mission before me earlier on in the day and probably died and left their ships here, and it's just compounded and stacked and caused a huge amount of issues. Guess they came out to help me with these ships, but what the fuck? There's so many of them. Starts running 33%. So normally what would happen is you come in here and you go down and there's some guys in here that you shoot. I don't know what the fuck was going on out there. I've never had that happen. Now I've just realized I didn't bring any ammo. So I've got what's in my gun and that is it. Hopefully it's enough. Starts running 26. Someone's already doing this though. Oh no, they're just killing them. The AI is getting them. God, I don't know why. There's an event going on right now, so the servers are slightly fucked. So as you can tell, things are not running how they should be. Yeah, that's that done. Normally, it's quite a bit different. And you can loot them and take all their shit. Take your rifle. Take your rifle's ammo. Take a grenade. What do you got? Ooh. Give me this shotgun. Hello, all of you. So that's Mercenary Missions. They're normally... I don't even know what the fuck just happened. Most guns actually have a varied firing mode as well. So you can press B on your keyboard and switch between the two modes. And this one is just a burst and a slightly longer burst. You've also got a headlamp that you can turn on with T. Hello everybody. Cleaned out that ship. Nice. How's my ship doing? Huh? Well, is a bit of my ship. Is this my ship? No, this is... How the fuck am I gonna get off of here? Steal one of these ships, I think. I don't know where mine even went. Wonder if this shit works enough to fly. Jesus.
Space Industries. Enjoy the ride.
Oh, okay. And that's how that life ended. And now I get to show you what happens when you die. Yeah. When you die, wait, why have I got my armor still? Yeah, this is new. It used to be when you died, you lose all your shit. When you die, you spawn in the last hospital which you set your specimen as. Typically, this is your home spawning world. So you see, I'm back in Area 18. Now, it used to be that when you died, you spawned naked in a hospital now, but it looks like you keep all your stuff now, and this is where we get right back at it with a bounty hunting mission. Now, this is where bounties differ slightly, so you got to look for the target. If you press tab, you can do a little scanning thing, which fires that little beam, and it highlights stuff. So that unknown there, that's resources to do the mining. We'll get closer, and eventually we'll hopefully tag the guy that we got to kill. Sometimes they're in ships, sometimes they're on the ground. Hopefully they're on the ground, because I am horrible at ship combat. Like, really horrible at it. Whilst I'm in the ship, you can see, so if I scroll my mouse wheel down, you'll see in the middle it changes. So I've got guns all, that's my 0 targeting mode. I've got 1 set up to just, so if I go guns all, fires everything. Scroll down, that's my setting for 1, and it's just this weapon. Setting for 2, and it's just that weapon. Now, like, you can configure that yourself, you can customize how you do it. And oh, there we go. Did that? Oh, I thought that tagged him. Yeah, you can customize that on every ship, and you can customize your loadouts and stuff like that. So it's entirely up to yourself how you have it set. Oh, here he is. So yeah, we have found him. A lot of bounty hunting missions will have a protection ship in the air, but when you realize there's not one of those, it's best to land on down and go and check out what it is you got to clear. Usually there'll be a lot of enemies to get through before you get to the actual bounty target. Very nice landing. Beautiful. Oh no, he's underground. Oh, he's inside this building. Okay. It's a good time to also show these Avengers. Or Titans, or I don't know which form this is, but looks like an Avenger Pegasus. Oh, shitting out. God, they were, I haven't got any healing on me either, so. Oh, Aegis Titan, that's what they are. I've been playing a lot of the Isle recently, and before that I was playing Baldur's Gate, so it's been a very long time since I've done anything as a shooter, so please forgive my horrific aim. This is my literally first time shooting anything in many months. These ships are a great starship. Very much like the first, but look on the inside. It's huge. I was shooting my ship. My guy. No need of that. And most of the planets have a slightly different way of entering into the little base kind of hideout things. However, I've done this mission on the same planet that I've done the Mercenary Missions, so like the others, it's just a little lift that goes straight down underground and aesthetically looks very similar. There's a lot of different planets and moons and stuff, and there's a big like variety in the aesthetics. In Pyro, they tend to be little villages that aren't even underground, so it's worth exploring and just having a look at all the aesthetics and just the layouts. It's really cool. Yes, here we go. This is what I was after. Now that I got that, I can press number 4. Got some healing needle. Jesse Combrink, are you down here? Yes, you are. Someone didn't make it. That's a player, I think, then. That's not a mixture of stuff that an AI has. Or is it? Oh no, it is an AI, I think. To complete the bounty missions, all you actually have to do is kill the one guy. So you can play it like an assassin and sneak in and just kill him, or you can kill everyone in your way and get to him and leave, or you can just fight everybody out if you like. It's entirely up to yourself how you want to approach these missions. Oh, fucking hell. Oh my god. Run, 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 run. Let's just fucking shotgun the shit out of him. he's dead. So I don't technically need to kill the others, but you know. The next way I'm going to show you to kind of make a little bit of money and get started on a career is Salvage. This involves you taking a ship that's capable of salvage, or honestly just going out there yourself, flying out to a salvage claim that you've purchased and seeing a wrecked ship, or you can actually scavenge the universe and go to old battle scenes and just find broken player ships like what we had in that mercenary area before. Essentially the goal is to fly out there and just scavenge all the resources, or take the guns off, or do whatever you can that you can take it back and sell it for a bit of cash. This is another super relaxing and honestly very therapeutic career path, and this is what I did a lot more before they made a few changes to it, and I don't enjoy it quite as much anymore, and I stick to the cargo hauling. Here we are, we're at our salvage claim. Now you can get out there and just kind of strip off all the weapons and stuff and take them and sell them, or even just take them and add them to your ships, but honestly it's not that worth it. This is what's worth it. Sucking it up. Make it into metal. Salvage ships have a little storage area where this metal that you've kind of hoovered up essentially and melted will be deposited as boxes, and depending on how much storage area you have, it depends on how many ships you can melt down. You take these back to a space station or to a planet to sell on for some profit. You can actually get a little handhold oxy cutter and go there and cut little doors open and go in there. Sometimes they got cargo in the back of the ships and the higher level ones, and that's where I do find it quite fun, like checking out the cargo and stripping the weapons and stuff. But that's not the most profitable way to do it. It's just going and sucking up all the metal. Now there is also mining, but I'm not going to show you that today. It's quite self-explanatory really. It's the same thing. You fly out somewhere to a mining claim, or you explore and find your own stuff. And yeah, you just mine away at ores and metals, and you take them off to be refined so that you can sell them. There is a lot more to do in Star Citizen than what I have shown. These are just the very, very basics to get your foot in the door and start learning the game and making some money. There are regular community events like Jump Town or Pirate Week, which lead to much more PvP and huge payouts, or there was the Storm event, which with the radiated worms was more of a PvE thing. You can also do careers like salvage and shipping completely off script. You don't need to follow missions, you can search for your own wreckages to salvage, or you can study the prices of goods and just go and purchase your own cargo on a planet where gold is cheap, and then fly to a planet where gold's expensive and sell it for huge profits. I've made millions with this method. They will also be adding base building, which I'm super excited for. I would love to build a town or a space station with my community and just work together to build one of the giant capital ships. There is just so much to this game, and I really recommend checking out a creator like Salty Mike or Board Gamer, who are far higher level than me, and they'll be able to give you much more intricate and detailed information about the more to this game. But that's where I'll leave it for now. Let me know in the comments what you think about Star Citizen, and remember to like and subscribe. If you made it this far, then I can only assume you got something from the video. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.